with the educated opinion on topics of all varieties. This your boy Bubba, and you already know what I'm about to say, right? You are listening to Bubba's Banter. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am anyways. It's your boy Bubba, and you are watching and also listening to Bubba's Banter. I hope you guys are feeling well. I am doing great now. I was fucked up last week. I was sick as hell. I got the AC flu. I'm not gonna explain what that is. Well, okay, I'm gonna explain what it is. Because I know some of y'all like, what the hell is the AC flu? Is that a new disease? Is it like COVID? I know how y'all get. But pretty much, you know how like the AC, when you have your AC, your air conditioner, and it's like when the temperature is like really low outside and you have your air conditioner on. So I ended up going to sleep with my AC on, and it was the temperatures outside was lower than what it was in my house. And I got really sick, like really fucking sick. I woke up congested, head throbbing, just sick. Ended up still going to work. Coming home, I took a COVID just to make sure it wasn't COVID. Took 2 of them. I was good, and then I was fine by Wednesday, kind of, but I just was not up for it. Like I could not talk about the topics that I wanted to talk about, and I was like, "There's no point of even making a show and coming on here and talking to y'all and being my voice all fucked up and droggy, and I can barely keep a thought going and pretty much not even knowing exactly what to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it was just I was all over the place. Now trying to push through it, but I just cannot push through it. But I'm here now, and we about to get it in today. Okay. But anyways, before we start this show, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also give me a thumbs up and hit share if you will, please. Follow my social media pages, which is Instagram, which is The Real Doc Dre is my personal. And also follow me on my Bubba's Banter podcast page as well. Follow me on my Facebook page, which is Bubba's Banter. And I know how y'all love to listen to my sexy ass voice. And I be, all sexy and sensual, saying the things I like to say. Okay, I'm sorry. I am on Apple Podcast, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and I am hosted by Spotify for podcasters. So if you're listening to Spycast, what the fuck? if you're listening to Spotify, make sure you definitely hit the subscribe button on there for your boy. I really do appreciate that. And y'all already know what I'm about to say. Go get those Bearskn underwear. They were designed with the big boy in mind. They are very comfortable and durable and very sexy. So go get you some. I know the end of the summer is here, but y'all probably got one more pool party, one more river day that you want to do. Go get you some swim trunks, some Speedos, all that shit. They got cargos. Okay, summer is not over, so go get you some Bearskn wear. Underwear, wear whatever you want from them. Okay, just go get you some Bearskn. All right, and use my promo code Bubba, and you will get 15% off from the checkout. All right. So today we're gonna dish that. Because I haven't did a dish that segment in a while, and last week I actually wanted to talk about these and do a little banter segment as well, or banter banquet as well, and I was like, man, I just cannot do it. I was not up for a whole hour show, and I was just like, there's no way. But these topics are topics that I really wanted to talk about, and I held off on them from last week. So we're going to get into it. So today I'm talking about 3 main topics, and they are all gay. So if you don't like it, go ahead and just click it off, all right? Because it's all gay shit today, all right? Gay. So I'm going to be talking about Saucy Santana and Byron Perkins and August Alsina. All right. These are the things I want to talk about today. So first off, we're gonna start with Saucy Santana. So I think it was Love and Hip Hop. I saw this clip on TikTok. Okay. I didn't know that Saucy Santana was on Love and Hip Hop. I love Saucy Santana. But I saw this clip on TikTok and I was like, man, I really want to talk about this because I feel like it's something that is really not being talked about in the media a lot. So Saucy Santana's mom is writing a book or a memoir or a book. I know it's something in the book. And one of the chapters, she's talking about Saucy being SA victim. If you don't know what SA means, it means sexual assault. So she's talking about some stuff that happened within their family, and it was just a really interesting dialogue. And I'm going to play the video. I don't know how long I'm going to play it because I tend to forget about the copyright thing. I'm going to play it right quick.
I wanted to talk about it. If more people talked about abuse, it could be helped, even when predators are your family members. It took courage for my child to share his truth, but he was only labeled a liar. Some of the abusers admitted their part in the entire ordeal, but the one predator blamed my son. Like a 9-year-old would want to be violated by an older cousin in that kind of way. I truly believe this situation opened the door to change my son's sexuality.
It's deep.
But getting of the innocent stolen.
Families don't talk about it. I think that families sweep it under the rug.
Do you still know the person? Are they still like the family member?
I'm past it. Like, I don't have no grudges. It could be because I grew up in it. It could be because I was groomed or manipulated.
So you kept doing it after the situation happened?
Yeah, this was like
9 years
from
old, so like
9 to like 16.
Yeah.
Damn.
To this day.
Yeah, that's real deep. The impact of this is very big because we don't talk about boys being SA victims rarely. Because, you know, like, one, boys are already taught to, like, harbor their feelings and harbor their emotions and don't talk about things and, you know, pull themselves up by their bootstraps and just do the work and just work and just work themselves into the ground and not ever talk about anything that is affecting them at all. And so, you know, listening to this story, I was just like not necessarily shocked, but like, you know, I felt bad for Saucy Santana because, you know, furthermore into the video, he talked about, you know, how young people are groomed. Young boys are groomed. Young girls are groomed too. But we don't talk about the grooming of boys. Young boys are groomed a lot, whether it's from, you know, the father, stepfather, foster dad, coach, teacher, you know, mentor, whatever, cousin, family member. Young boys are groomed a lot. A lot. A lot. And it's something that I wish people will start really paying attention to their young men in their lives and how they operate. Because a lot of times the signs are right in our faces when the young boys have been groomed or are being assaulted or being touched. The signs are right in our face and we just tend to ignore it because it's like, oh, boys are just being boys. But like, no, some of these boys are being sexually assaulted and don't know how to come to you about any of the things that they're going through. So the impact in that, it was just like, man, that was really like, that was deep. And I really loved that. I really loved that scene. I really loved that. And now I'm going to probably tune into whatever show that is. I think it's Love and Hip Hop, but I'm probably going to watch it because I love Saucy Santana. I love him. A lot of people don't like him, but I like Saucy. I mean, that's just my thing. But yeah. But I want to talk about how I feel bad for his mom because she's grieving. She's really grieving her son. She's grieving her son. She really is. I hate to say this because I think that most of us know though, like no parent want their child to be gay. No parent want their child to be gay. And I think when it comes to Saucy's mom, it's probably something that she's still struggling with. Like, you know, when she said the whole thing about, you know, her son being sexually assaulted, this is what opened the door for him to be, you know, change his sexuality. It's like that sexuality is so much complex in that. Not saying that people don't operate off of trauma responses, but at the same time, like, it's also kind of like a slap in his face to me. Kind of. I mean, that's just my opinion. I I'm never going to question his mom's, or never going to question a mother's love. But I would say there's some deep rooted, there's some trauma there that she, or something that she's not facing there, because the fact that she brought that up, and I'm just like, girl, like sexuality doesn't necessarily work that way, but at the same time, I understand what she's trying to say, and that's her thought process. That's how she feels. But at the same time, I feel like for a lot of parents who have gay children, you know, being gay sometimes can only be tolerable to them, you know, in a sense of like, oh, I got a gay son, but he's not flamboyant, he's not femme, he's not this, he's not that, he's kind of butch, he's actually masculine, he's actually butch, or he's masculine, you know, he don't wear drag, he doesn't have a drag queen, or he's not wearing makeup, hair, nails, he's not shopping in the women's section, he's not flamboyant, he's not acting like, you know, a female, but he's a man, right? So I think a lot of um mothers and fathers too, but I'm talking about mothers in this sense, feel that way. They don't want their kids to dress like that, or to act like that, or to talk like that. They don't want that shit. And I understand it. I understand that. But there has to come to some point where you have to accept just what it is. You know, you just, and again, I'm not questioning her love for him. I'm just saying that she kind of gotta get to that point where she get over that part of it, because that's who he is. And I don't think that, like, Saucy could still be Saucy who he is without being touched. So then what would you say? You know, there's plenty of, you know, kids who um went through life, like, you know, being a football player, all this stuff, and then they, as they got out of high school and got into college, became gay, started doing drag, started doing all this stuff because that was something that they liked. So it's not necessarily like they was like, they hold, you know, and they wasn't never touched or anything like that. They actually grew up from, you know, healthy families and have, you know, a 2-parent home. um there's lots of kids that are like that. So what sucks is that that happened, and that she has to feel that way. But I personally feel like she has to get to a point where she can get over it, because it is what it is, mama. Like, sorry, you know, but that's just how I feel about it. You know, I can't necessarily, like, you know, judge somebody else's parents to feel some type of way, but yeah. I want to talk about Byron Perkins, but I need to pull up the the story that I had pulled up earlier from that. So give me like 2 seconds to pull it up. Never mind, not even 2 seconds, baby. Not even 2 seconds, baby. Okay, so I don't know if y'all remember Byron Perkins, right? So Byron Perkins he came out in 2023, and he's an openly gay NFL draft star. I don't know what team he went to, but I don't know if y'all remember when he posted up his boyfriend. I think it was like during Pride Month, and everybody just went bonkers, like was so pissed off that his boyfriend was white and all this shit, right? So something happened, and he made a story. Something happened online, and he made a story, and he posted a picture of him and his boyfriend, whose name is James, and he said, "James and I are stronger than ever." And so then the story goes on. I'm gonna read you the stories. He said, "Let me address the elephant in the room right quick. A friend left me on the side of the road after an argument. We're no longer friends. This issue goes deeper than just that. I've been avoiding this conversation online for a while, but since my coming out, I have been greeted with nothing but open arms and affirmation for my bravery, which has given me nothing but vigor and strength to pursue my admirations. June 2023, I introduced the world to someone who was special to me, someone who had my back and given me my willpower to be myself. And without warning, a community that had voiced their support quickly turned their backs after introduction of my partner. They used the word skinwalker, mayonnaise, and vampire to describe him, the person that I love. Without knowing the context of his character or beauty of his being, they spread rumors of predatory nature, uttering the most complex of lies. One of them being, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, uttering the most complex of the lies. One of them being that he'd be my high school coach, my high school football coach, and had been waiting on his opportunity to prey on me. Y'all do so fucking much. Like, I hate us sometimes. I know this is I hate us sometimes, but that shit is funny as hell reading it. These people, my people, black people, have voiced their hatred and disapproval of my partner simply because he is white, as if him being white somewhat dilutes my very reputation. I'm sorry, but my blacklist is not that fragile. I will continue to date whoever I want, regardless of your inputs and bigotry. If we're being honest, I get it. I'm desirable. I'm hot shit. Some of you are disappointed I'm not dating someone who looks like you. Well, I got news for you. Get over it. It's 2024. I'm 24 years old. And if I want to date a fucking alien, I'm going to do so. Or I'm going to do it. Anyone who really knows my story knows that I was in a box when I was in the closet, and I'll be damned before I get put back in another one. Now, y'all have a blessed weekend. Listen. Listen, Byron, friend. Fran, I feel you. I feel you. You know what? I get this so much, and I love this because this is very relatable to me because I get this so fucking much. Like, it's one of the things that really bothers me so much that I have to deal with people being mad that I fuck with white dudes. And I'm not that I only like fucking white dudes. It's just that I live in the Pacific Northwest where that happens to be the most, of the population. And then within the community itself, the gay community itself, the gay community is like this small. Everybody knows each other. And then don't get me started because most of the other people are DL, and I'm not dealing with that no more. So it's like, for me, it's frustrating that people get so mad at people like him for, like they get mad at him for, wanting to date, who they like. And I'm gonna say this, and I know you like to tussle, so go ahead and put your gloves on because we can go at it, bitch. Sometimes, as black people, I look at y'all, and as a black person, I look at some of the black folks that get mad about shit like this, and it's like, y'all be the main ones who tear down other black people, calling them fat. You're too fat, you're too femme, you're too masculine, you're too this. You're not this, you're not that, you don't do this. And then y'all look surprised when someone come out that's in that realm and have a white boyfriend. Like, you be so surprised about it. And I'm like, why are you so surprised about something where this person may found safety, protection, for them to be themselves, and they come out and they're just regularly who they are, and they have a partner, and it's like, why are you so mad about that, girl? You be so shocked. Be so fucking shocked. But look at that. Like, and it's so weird to me because, like, anytime I talk to gay people, like gay black folks that are like, especially like in the South, like Midwest South, like, I always have like an issue with some of them. Like, there's always like some folks put their projections on you, and how, and I hate to like make this stigma about like people, black folks in the South, especially black gay folks in the South, but like, there's this like stigma that's being put on me, or some of us, I said put on me, but because I was really feeling that way. But there's the stigma that gets put on people, black people, that, if you date somebody outside your race, you're not black. You're not black enough. And that's why I loved when he said my blackness is not that fragile. Because it's like, me dating somebody white does not mean that I'm no longer black. Does not mean I'm no longer going to participate in my culture. Yes, there are some people who do that. Yes, there are some people who deviate away from their culture. Yes, there are some people who do not like their people and hate their people. But if there's someone who's dating someone white, does not necessarily mean that they don't love their culture no more. Doesn't mean they don't like being black anymore. I don't get it. And it's so weird to me that there is this like there is this conversation every time I hear somebody say, oh, why couldn't you just find somebody black? Like, girl, so you telling me that this person sit up here, hung out with somebody, connected to them in a certain spaces where the black person wasn't there, hung out with this person, connected with this person, been with this person, liked this person, was feeling this person, and this person is somebody that he matches with very well, and then he gonna tell himself, oh, I can't date you because you white. Girl, sit the fuck down. Like, that's I'm just over it. So yeah. But anyways, I just want to say, yo, Byron, do your thing, boy. Fuck these motherfuckers. Like, love who you love and be who you want to be with, friend. Period. And they just need to let live. You know, let the children live, and they'll figure out what they gonna figure out. Okay. Period. Anyways, to the next problematic situation. We're going to start talking about August Alsina and the concept of love. Okay, so I don't know if y'all saw this little clip on August was on this little podcast where he was talking about some shit, and I'm gonna just show y'all because yeah.
And you talked about your love for another man, and I know that when we talk about this, we help others. What has opening your heart done for you?
To be honest with you, bro, it's not even me that's opening my heart. It's that power that's higher than myself. I always say that the greatest gift that God could have ever given me was exposure. To expose me to so many different kinds of people, places, things. So it's like when people want you to define yourself as whether you're gay, straight, bisexual, or whatever, as you were just talking about, love is like much more complex than that and has much more depth. So for me, I'm just the kind of person that's like, because love is a language, I'm fluent in love when it speaks to me.
Wasn't a spoken word that he just say. Like, girl. I'm so tired. Okay. First off, I love August Alsina. I love his music. I think he is so fucking gifted musically. Like, he is dope as shit. Like, and I'm still gonna love him after this, and I'm still gonna listen to his music after this. It's not that I'm against what he is saying. I'm not against him. But I feel like this is a lot of this shit felt like, y'all know when you hook, like, you know, when you hook up with the DL dude and he trying to come out and you having like you having close relationships with the DL dude, because there's tiers. Like, there's people you just fucking, and then there's like some who you hang out with on some type of level that you get really close to, and they become like, yo, you know, your friend, like your friend, right? So, like, y'all know those friends who you hook up with on the low, that's on the low, and they start talking about how they hate labels and like, oh, no one needs to know that I'm, you know, gay or bi or whatever it is. Like, it's my shit, so no one needs to know, and blah blah blah, and this and that. A lot of that shit is just shame. They're just shamed. They feel shamed. They feel embarrassed to be gay. A lot of it is that. That's where it comes from a place of shame. I don't care what nobody say. You can argue with me all day about it, but it does come from a place of shame. For me as a gay man, and I know everyone has to get to this place, but I came out as bi, and because honestly, as much as I did have my experiences with bisexual, or my bisexual experiences, I was having sex with females and I was having sex with men too actively. But there was a difference. Like, when I would kiss a man, it felt different. It felt better. It felt natural. When I had kissed a girl, it felt like, ooh, like kind of like doing something. Or like when I would have sex with them, it just felt like work. It didn't really feel like I was having fun. I didn't feel like myself. So it was kind of weird for me. And that's how I knew I was gay. But me trying to say I was gay was hard as hell. It was like I used to say the G word versus saying, nigga, I'm gay. But now I'm like, bitch, I'm gay. Now I'm like, oh, I'm a gay man. Or like when people find out, they kind of be shocked, but then like at the same time, it's like, it's nothing wrong with it. Like it is what it is, you know? But it really does get to a place where you feel comfortable. And the thing about that is that it's so liberating. It's so liberating when you're able to come out and be yourself and be who you are. It's so fucking liberating. And so that's why I have a issue with this. And maybe because I am at the place that I am at in my life right now, it's just like, girl, I've been there, done that, and I understand. Like, yes, no one really needs to know your sexuality. I agree on that. You and your person that you're hooking up with needs to know, but you're in a public relationship with a man. People are going to say, oh, well, what are you? Are you gay? Are you bi? Because there are bisexual women out there who still, might find you attractive. May find you attractive. Still might want to eat the dick, boy. I'm just saying, like, but still, that does not give people the right to know exactly who you are. But you also have to understand that you are in a public relationship, and people see your boyfriend, like, so they're wondering that. You know what I mean? Like it's normal though. And I think the thing is like there's this piece of shame that a lot of gay, bisexual, or not bisexual, but gay, not necessarily gay, sorry, bisexual and bi-curious men deal with. And I'm sorry, because I do not want to create any stigma about bisexual men, but I honestly feel like dealing with bisexual men sometimes can be hard. It can be. Like, I think bisexual men can really be hard and make this shit so hard on you to deal with. Like, they really can make it hard for you to want to deal with them at times. Sorry. I'm probably wrong for saying that. I probably am. But that's how I felt in my experiences. Now, I'm not saying that all bisexual men are like this. I'm just saying that a lot of them, especially those who are in the closet. So I don't even want to call them bis. So yeah, let me recant a lot of that. It's not just about bisexual men. It's about men who struggle with their sexuality. That's what I'm trying to say. Men who struggle with their sexuality, sometimes they are just hard to deal with. They are the hardest to deal with. I'm telling you. And, and I get it. Like I said, I get it. Like it's a hard thing to talk about. But the thing about what he was saying about love is love. Like, I agree to that. Love is very complex. You cannot help who you love. You cannot. When you find somebody and you connect to them and you be with them, it just feels like there's this language that you get with this person. Like, shit, I was dating that guy I talked about on here once. I was dating him for about fucking like 3 months. We were seeing each other for like 2 months, and I fell for him really hard. Not even saying maybe I was lusting for him, but the love language that me and him was giving to each other, it felt really good. And our openness towards each other felt really great. Like, I get that. So I understand, like, when you find somebody and you connect to them, it's just like, man, that shit's dope. But I feel like his perspective challenges on like traditional views on sexuality to me is filled with shame. He's ashamed. And I will say this too. Him being an entertainer, it makes more sense for him to feel the way that he feels, because nobody wants to be gay, no one wants to be labeled the gay singer. If you're in the entertainment, like even me, like one time my homegirl was like, "Oh, you're a gay podcaster, right?" And I was like, I'm a podcaster who happens to be gay. And she's like, "My bad." And I was like, "Yeah, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that now. Just, say, oh, you're a podcaster, right? Like, you don't have to say that I'm gay." But even though I'm still proud about being gay, I don't want to be labeled as a gay podcaster. Like, I just, no. So I understand that part. And I think, again, just to reiterate, there is a lot that comes along with, with the label of being gay or bi. A lot of people really feel like being gay or being called gay is a negative connotation. It's a negative thing to be called gay. It's associated with negativity. So they don't want to be called gay. But I love August Alsina. I still love you, bro. I think your music is dope. And I'm happy that you found love. I'm over here single as fuck, looking for love myself. So, yeah. But anyways, we are at the ending of the show, y'all. I want to say thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing, and supporting me. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate the fact that you guys let me take a week off to come and give y'all some good topics to talk about. Also, if you are, wanting me to do any other things on this show, you could talk about it in the comments. You can hit me up on any of my social media platforms. I'm still trying to work on figuring out how to do like the copyright thing with the videos, because I want to do more reviews on here. There's some shows that I want to review on YouTube, so I'm going to start doing those as well. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I see y'all. So peace.